Ready or not, 2024 is here. Time is a valuable currency, and it progresses like a treadmill, not slowing down or pausing for anyone, no matter how tired we may be or what might be going on in our lives. As such, the time is now to pursue our greatest goals and dreams. In this episode of the Passion with Purpose show, I'm going to share 3 steps to help you stay focused and resilient as you pursue your goals in 2024 and beyond, no matter how big or how small they might be. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of the Passion with Purpose show. I'm your host, Stephen Mezzacappa, the founder and owner of the Passion with Purpose organization and author of Passion with Purpose, The Fire Within, Building a Life of Fulfillment, Destiny, and Impact. Before we dive into the passionate lessons I have for you in this video, I want to thank you for being here and give you several chapters from my book for free. Just go to passionwithpurpose.org/fulfillment to get access right now. Again, that's passionwithpurpose.org/fulfillment. All right, so let's get into it. Let me start by saying that I am as much a procrastinator as much as I am a dreamer. And I'm a big dreamer, so that means I'm also a big procrastinator. I'm not proud of it, but it's the honest truth. And I'm working on it. I've been working on it for quite some time. But procrastination and purpose go hand in hand because procrastination robs us of our time, and it is time, not talent, that separates you between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. Time is perhaps the single most important variable when it comes to accomplishing our goals and living with profound purpose. It can be easy to get afraid and procrastinate when we're especially pursuing a God-sized dream. It isn't the size of the dream that makes a dream challenging to achieve. It's the journey, the process, the commitment, the consistency, the discipline required over a dedicated amount of time to make it happen. You see, we live in a world today where we can get instant gratification at the tap of a screen. But this gratification is purely artificial. If it's too good or too fast to be true, then it is. Real dreams, real goals, and real purpose takes time. And as I've mentioned, it's time that is separating you between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow, no matter the size or scale of your goal. And this time can look like the following: time to grow, time to develop talents, time to mature emotionally or spiritually, time to develop better habits. The list goes on and on. One barrier I want to focus on is procrastination because of how it robs us of time. Trust me, I've been there. For example, sometimes I tell myself, I'm not in shape yet. Let me get in shape and then I'll pursue that other goal. This strain of thought leads to immense discouragement. Not only do I not pursue the goal that I want, I also don't take the steps needed to get in shape in the process. It's a spiral of procrastination and pain and stagnation. In this video, I want to provide you with a brief process you can execute to evaluate your goals and put yourself in the best position to succeed and overcome procrastination in the process. Procrastination attempts to rob us of our time by using confusion, by attacking confidence, and by making us feel overwhelmed. To take the fight to procrastination, it comes down to 3 things: inspiration, encouragement, and empowerment. You can look at these 3 steps or components as either sequential or non-sequential. It depends on the context. So for simplicity's sake, in this video, I'm going to discuss these steps as sequential. In fact, no matter the context, I tend to actually start sequentially, and then I reevaluate the steps every so often throughout the process. So step number 1, inspiration. Inspiration is a great way to combat confusion. Just as confusion occurs within the mind of a person, so too does inspiration. But inspiration is a lot more than being able to cast a vision or dream. Inspiration fosters clarity and focus. It's easy to dream, but to formulate a dream that you can see, differentiate, define, articulate, and communicate, that's a dream that's primed for attainment. The same is true for goals. Let's take the example of weight loss. This example is on my mind because it's my biggest goal for 2024. I was in decent shape the majority of my college career, although at the time I didn't think that way. That's a story for another day. But over the course of my last year of college and my transition into my career, I put on a substantial amount of weight that's been very difficult to lose over the last 7 years. And honestly, it's been one of the toughest challenges I've had to face. You see, I know what I want. I see the future that I want. Washboard abs. Just kidding. But maybe not. But yeah, but health, it's a balance. But anyway, but in all seriousness, one can say I'm inspired because I see the goal that I want. But true inspiration isn't knowing what you want or seeing what you want. True inspiration is seeing what you need to do. Maybe not every step of the journey before you, but enough clarity, enough focus, and enough direction to take the very first step, and then the second step, and then the third step. Inspiration is understanding the truth of the journey before you and the required steps and decisions you need to make. Inspiration is a symphony of vision, clarity, and knowledge. So at the step of inspiration, don't just visualize the goal you seek to attain. Visualize the steps needed to be taken towards that goal. And if you find this challenging, you're not alone. This is why the self-help industry exists. So I encourage you not to be discouraged if you lack clarity or knowledge associated with your goal. Seek new insights, conduct research, and consider even hiring a coach to help you in this stage. Speaking of encouragement, this is step 2. Encouragement is what we need to feed ourselves when we are lacking confidence. If you're humble enough to admit it, we will all lack confidence from time to time in life, especially when we are pursuing a life-changing goal or lifestyle change. But you need to remember that confidence is built, not found. And it's the slow building of confidence that creates this loop of inner dialogue within ourselves that fosters encouragement. Here's another story for you that's also still relatively current and present to me now. I did CrossFit for a while throughout college and shortly after, and I was pretty good at it. I could power clean 325 pounds. I could do chest to bar pull-ups, toes to bar, you name it. Pretty much everything in CrossFit except muscle-ups. But that was then and this is now. I've tried to get back into CrossFit on several occasions over the last couple of years. And if I'm being honest, I've never been more discouraged. I wasn't as proficient in barbell Olympic weightlifting as I once was, and I sure couldn't do pull-ups anymore. I had to revert all the way back to the fundamentals for every movement within CrossFit. All that said, I lost all of my confidence and was completely discouraged. And a part of me is still kind of discouraged by this. But you know what? I know what I can do, and it's going for a walk or riding my bike. I can't go far, but I know I can go far enough to get a burn. And this is what I'm focusing on to rebuild my confidence, to create an inner dialogue of encouragement within myself to keep moving forward. I challenge you to encourage yourself by starting with the things you're proficient with or competent in, and celebrate the small wins. Use time and consistency to your advantage and see what happens. Having a coach can also help immensely when it comes to getting encouragement. So I encourage you to look into that as well, if that will help you. The final step is all about empowerment. And empowerment is all about having the right tools and processes in place so you don't feel overwhelmed. Sometimes when I get overwhelmed, I just tell myself I'll do it tomorrow. I'm in grad school right now, and when I'm staring at a blank Word document, knowing I need to pull together several thousand words, I feel pretty overwhelmed. And knowing the paper isn't due for weeks, I just tell myself, this sounds like a task for another day. Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation? See, this is a weak voice inside of us that's clinging for attention, and we need to shove it to the side. See, and it's only human to be tempted by it. The Bible says that the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We need to understand and know that we are not machines, and that our natural tendencies will be to avoid doing things that are overwhelming or challenging. We need to be humble and realize this. With humble hearts, we can be in a position to utilize tools, processes, and boundaries to succeed. This is what empowerment is. Creating a condition in which one is in the best possible position to succeed. If you're struggling with credit cards, get rid of the credit card. If you binge eat at night while watching TV, guilty of that. Set up rules for yourself, such as eating frozen carrots instead of ice cream, or try reading a book instead of watching TV. Put these rules in place. And it really comes down to whatever works for you. But if you're losing too much time at work due to email, restrict certain email communications to certain times of the day. I know it's hard, and it's okay. But the power of passion and discipline doesn't come from the snap of fingers. Discipline is a habit that is built by consistent practice. Let routine, processes, and boundaries empower you. So to sum this all up, when it comes to defeating procrastination and achieving your goals, Focus on these three things: inspiration, encouragement, and empowerment. Let inspiration create clarity and burn out confusion. Let encouragement build up your confidence. Let empowerment help you feel less overwhelmed. Seeing the vision, the dream, the goal is just the first step. In fact, it's step 0 when it comes to achieving your goal or breakthrough. Once you see what you want, get inspired. Get clarity and focus on your goal. Understand the very next steps. Get encouraged. Build confidence within yourself. Focus on creating an inner dialogue that is positive and is like a growing fire of energy propelling you towards your goal. And finally, get empowered. Identify the tools and rules you need in place to be successful. Living in the information age today, you have the resources at your hands to work through this on your own. But you don't have to. Having someone to walk alongside with you as you pursue your goals can potentially save you a lot of time and frustration. It might even take you further than you could envision. Over the course of the next several months, I'll be taking on several pro bono coaching clients, and it will be an honor to work with you and help you achieve your goals and greatness in 2024. If you're interested in working with me for free, I'd love to work with you for a limited time. And to learn more, you can go to passionwithpurpose.org/coaching. Now put down the phone, turn off the screen, and get after it. Don't waste another minute. There's greatness within you and a goal that is crying out to be achieved.